There's a huge military demand for silver, but it never gets published. You won't see it in the CPM group, or you won't see it from the Silver Institute. The Silver Eagle program started came from the strategic silver stockpile of the US government. So they considered it to be a strategic resource at that time. They no longer use that word, and they don't even consider it a critical metal in Canada. But it was at one time considered strategic. So rather, I don't want to play a word game too much. I just want to agree with this gentleman that yes, it is strategic in my opinion. I'm not sure that that word will be used by governments, but it is relating to the most important, and that's military operations in this war environment, or it's war and rumors of war. You bet it's more.
For millennia, silver has served a multitude of purposes, ranging from its use in the creation of ornaments and utensils to facilitating trade and forming the foundation of numerous monetary systems. Among all metals, pure silver distinguishes itself with its strikingly white hue, unparalleled optical reflectivity, and remarkable thermal and electrical conductivity. Silver's use in jewelry, electronics, medical, solar, electric vehicles, and green energy storage systems is quite popular and well documented. However, the same cannot be said for its military applications. Experts believe this is because there is a joint collusion between government agencies, central banks, and metals exchanges and institutes to understate silver's true value to suppress its price. For example, the US government stopped reporting on its silver inventories around 1996. Between 1995 and 1996, the Departments of Defense, Energy, and Interior and the US Geological Survey collectively stopped issuing reports on silver inventories. Coincidentally, the U.S. Bureau of Mines, an agency responsible for conducting scientific research and disseminating information on the various processes involved in mineral resource extraction and processing, was abolished in the same year. Since then, there has been an obvious ploy to reduce the importance of silver as a strategic and critical metal. The most recent example of this ploy is the DOE's 2023 Final Critical Materials List, which lists 50 the department says are critical for energy. Silver is critical in the production of solar panels and nuclear power generation, yet it didn't make the list. In a recent interview with Liberty and Finance, David Morgan, the publisher of the Morgan Report, highlights the importance of metal as a critical metal, particularly in times of heightened geopolitical tension such as this. While discussing the current state of the market, Morgan explains that the $30 to $32 range has become a huge psychological level for silver. Though he cautions that silver prices may flounder in this range in the short term, he is optimistic that the rise below that level to new all-time highs will happen much quicker than people believe. We will present clips from David Morgan's interview. But before we do, please take a little time to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on post notifications for more videos. You can also drop your comments and observations in the comments section below. Thanks and enjoy the video.
If it holds above 30, it will be rather quick. If it does get the summer doldrums and we get down and have a trading range, let's say between 32 at the high and 28 at the low, then it's going to take more work. So, the market knows more than anyone, one of my favorite expressions. I have a hunch based on that filling the gap and how strong it was, the Chinese retail market buying, the Chinese spread where there's an arbitrage opportunity that's being done synthetically. Also, I wish I could see the commitment of traders report before this interview, but I can't. It hasn't been published yet, even though its due date is today, because that would give me a lot better feel for my answer. But nonetheless, my feeling is that this market is stronger than most people believe. I think that we could see, some people believe we'll see 50 this year. I'm not one of them. I'm fairly conservative. But what you said is accurate. Once it gets above 33, 34, there's nothing holding it back. And the problem that the shorts have is that there isn't that much physical silver. Most of it's accounted for either for strong hands that are owning it for investment purposes and expect higher prices, or the solar industry that's stockpiling it. I mean, the amount of silver going to India is very monumental, but yet what are they doing? And put this in the Morgan Report a couple months ago. The biggest solar farm in the world is going to be built in India. And now that you're sitting down, I can tell you what it is, Elijah. It's 5 times larger than the city of Paris. So think about that. A solar farm that's 5 terraces combined. That's how big that's going to be. So this is gives people a flavor for, how potent the solar industry is in regards to how much silver is being. I think the best way to approach a commodity, not necessarily just silver, but cotton, cocoa, you name it, is find out what is the average cost of production and then maybe give yourself a boundary within that. So right now, the all-in sustaining cost for the primary silver miners is about $28 an ounce. Now, you'll read numbers that are different than that on their website, but a lot of them are doing a little bit of accounting gimmickry and not putting in all the taxes that may be back taxes that are owed. So 28, we're at 30. So take the 28, give it a 25%. I mean, it's up to you. So you got 28. You can add 10% is about $3. So that'd be 31. If you want to be a little more of a risk taker, add on 20%. So 20% of 28 is 280 for 560. So you could go $5 above 28, 32, 33. I'd say right now I would go up to maybe 32. Get all you want or what you need. The problem with most silver investors I've found over the years is not they don't believe, but they always expect the day they buy it goes up the next day. That hardly ever happens. And the second thing is they buy too much. They've got, 10,000 they could put in the market and they buy it all on one day. The best thing to do is dollar cost average. That's what, Miles Franklin talks about. That's what I talk about. That's what a professional does. And stack up until it hits 33. And if it doesn't go above 33, then be happy with what you have. If you have a set goal, I'm going to have 5% of my net worth in the precious metals, and you have the availability to do that now, then you can do it now. So it depends on you. It's your responsibility. But to put, more into the market or do it on leverage or borrow on your credit cards or take a second mortgage on your house or some of the things that people do, I am too conservative to recommend doing any of that. And you don't need, to bet the farm on it. I mean, really, the metals are a hedge against uncertainty, and the uncertainty is growing by the day.
At the moment, several countries, including the US, Russia, and China, are developing hypersonic missiles, which demand vast quantities of silver. Hypersonic missiles have been hailed as the next level in weapons development. Unlike conventional missiles, hypersonic missiles boast unparalleled capabilities, with the ability to alter trajectory mid-flight, concealing targets until the final moments. With speeds nearly unimaginable at 25 times the speed of sound, these missiles can traverse vast distances, such as from China to the USA, in mere minutes, rendering existing missile defense systems obsolete. Driven by their unparalleled speed and efficacy, all branches of the military, Army, Navy, and Air Force are vying to integrate hypersonic missiles into their arsenals, signaling a paradigm shift in modern warfare strategies. The question now remains, as these new silver-guzzling weapons become more popular, will governments be further motivated to suppress silver prices, or will the demand be great enough to finally end the manipulation? Let's get back to the video.
What we've talked about in the past, I said this time gold would have to lead, and it has. We are hitting nominal new highs, and I wanted to see silver catch up and confirm it. Really, the ratio isn't quite where I want it to be total confirmation. But the 30 level is such a psychological move that I'd say it's confirmed it. So I think we're definitely, as I said earlier, we are in a new bull market. And I'll repeat, the bull market's job is to shake off as many people as possible. I mean, if you think of a bull rider in a rodeo, it's a pretty good analogy because these markets can really buck up and down. Gold usually has more stability. It's still or less volatility than silver has, but nonetheless, both these metals are far from their top. Where they're going to be, I don't know yet. But what I do know is we've got a long ways to go in both metals.
And what gold to silver ratio would give you that extra confirmation?
70 is my number, and we're not there yet, but I think we're going to get there. And then as far as how high we're going to go, again, no one knows. But I will be looking at the ratio for an exit or a swap The best in the bull market so far is 33 to 1. It hit it for like a day, but it took 33 ounces to buy an ounce of gold. So this next time, I would say we do better than that. So will it be 30? Will it be 25? Will it be 16? Will it be 10? Will it be 5? I don't know. I actually still think it could get to the classic or the monetary ratio, which is 15 or 16 to 1. But that's an educated guess. I can't prove it. I just have a gut feeling because silver at the end of these bull markets tends not only to outperform gold, but kind of get into a panic frenzy buying because it's affordable and gold isn't. Gold's at, pick a number, 8,000. Are you kidding? All I've got is 8,000 to invest. I don't want to buy one gold coin. I'd rather buy, silver at 80 bucks an ounce or whatever it is. There's a huge military demand for silver, but it never gets published. You won't see it in the CPM group, or you won't see it from the Silver Institute. First of all, let's define strategic. It means relating to the most important general aspects of something, such as a military operation, political policy, especially when these are decided in advance. So there used to be, and I might get some blowback on this, I actually found it and I didn't take a screenshot of it. And now I can't find it again. But when the Silver Eagle program started, it came from the strategic silver stockpile of the US government. So they considered it to be a strategic resource at that time. They no longer use that word, and they don't even consider it a critical metal in Canada. But it was at one time considered strategic. So rather, I don't want to play a word game too much. I just want to agree with this gentleman that yes, it is strategic in my opinion. I'm not sure that that word will be used by governments, but it is relating to the most important, and that's military operations. And so whether they use the word or not in this war environment, or it's war and rumors of war, you bet it's more important. So militarily, things are building, unfortunately, but that's our real reality. So not only is the U.S., building up, so are, the Ukraine, Russia, the Europeans. I mean, what's going on in the Middle East with Israel. So yeah, there will be more demand militarily for silver. There's no doubt in my mind. Anyone can argue that if they wish. Whether we have to use the word strategic or not, I really don't care. I actually prefer to use it because I like the definition, and it is the most important factor for the use of silver is defense, which is really war. And I'm not a warmonger by a long shot. I'm pretty much on the other side, but I'm not a total pacifist either. Point being is that the war drums are pounding away.
Morgan has made several important observations, but a most poignant one is the statement that the most important part of investing in silver is knowing that it is a most worthy insurance against currency debasement. When shit finally hits the fan with the financial system, and it will, owning tangible assets like silver and gold will save investors from complete ruin. Please share your thoughts on Morgan's interview in the comments section below. Also, ensure you like this video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on post notifications for more videos like this. Thanks for watching.